pie person. You're like pie.
I love pie.
In the eternal argument of pie v. cake, my question is always why not both? But as a general rule, my wife does not enjoy pie.
Do you?
I love pie. She doesn't like hot fruit. So what kind of pie?
Hot fruit?
Yeah. What kind of pie do I like? Boy, I'll take any kind. Not any kind of pie.
Cherry pie?
A cherry pie.
Like a tart cherry pie? Mm-hmm.
Or a sweet one. A cherry pie, boy, when it's just... And I know it's mostly goo.
It's fine.
Like,
I
if you've ever
goo.
if you've ever had a pie that someone makes, like from scratch, not a lot of that ain't great. You kind of want the goo, and that you want.
No, my girlfriend, she has a working farm down in Athens where she's a fruit and vegetable farmer. And when she got married, all of her neighbors from different farms around them made and brought pies, and they were some of the best pies I've ever had in my life.
What is a working farm? I hear that a lot. We have a working farm. Are there
works.
Are there non-working farms?
There's a farm that's just like a plot of land with nothing on it.
But that's not a farm.
That's not a farm.
That's a land with a barn on it. That's not a farm.
I was under the assumption that a working farm is something that they like make their living off of.
Well, I don't like to assume anything, Mary, so that's why I'm curious.
That's what I would say. A working farm is something that you like actively make, harvest.
I'm kind of playing dumb. I get what they mean. I'm just curious what a non-working farm is. I can't imagine there's such a thing as a non-working farm. But people love to tell you, I've got a working farm.
Probably animal farm.
Does it mean that there's a staff? Like
No.
I've got ranch hands rather than just a collection of animals?
No, it works.
What's it?
The farm?
The people work on the farm. This
yeah.
is why, if you own a farm, if you're out there doing something on a working
know.
farm, give me hip to this, because I hear that a lot. Working farm. I'm like, what's a non-working farm?
Maybe just a plot of land.
Well, that's just...
Or maybe I assumed, sometimes I do assume, that perhaps it was a contrast of like a factory farm, where it's like
Wait a
machinery
minute.
and things. Is a working...
Okay, so this is a work farm definition. Is a farm on which
Not a prison work.
persons
No,
guilty of
no.
minor law infractions.
No, that's a
of, like,
prison work
what?
farm. It's like Cool Hand Luke.
A farm whose agricultural land and buildings are in active use for crop production and are raising livestock. So it's
So just a
actively
farm.
being used.
A
no,
farm.
because you don't have to have crops and livestock. You can just have the farm and have an off season. If all you grow is corn and
I see.
do you know
I
what
see.
I'm saying?
A currently working farm.
That would be my guess. I have no idea.
Okay, well that makes more sense.
I feel like it's just something that people say. Because it's like, if you don't have, I don't know, if your farm's not growing anything, it's just land.
And also, nothing I hate more than an unemployed farm. Sitting
Lazy.
around,
Working, living off the
waiting.
government.
off the dole. Alan, my wife's aunt grows her own blueberries and it makes the best pie I've ever eaten. That is a sentence I don't want to say again, but I understand what you're saying.
Everybody loves eating his aunt's pie.
Well, down in Athens, they have that pawpaw fruit, which is kind of sour, but real good. And someone had made a pawpaw pie, and it was so good.
Yeah, pawpaw. That is an acquired taste.
I enjoyed
The pawpaw fruit.
I think I had one too.
too.
I liked it.
No, you had a dude who called himself Pawpaw down there in Mexico, is what
Come
you
on
said.
over here.
That's
Pop
what
paw
you
paw in
said.
your mouth.
Swallow down pawpaw.
But I'm the one that comes up with all the gay stuff.
Smooth like molasses. Gross.
Hey, today you can rest easy, pal. They're doing it for you.
I'm trying to ease your burden.
Alan, cheesecake, cake, or pie? It has a crust like pie. I don't eat that much cheesecake.
I love
so
cheesecake.
I don't care. Yeah, it's okay. I won't. If somebody was like, "Would you like a piece of cheesecake?" I'd say,
Yes.
a little sliver. Yeah, but a pie. Somebody puts like when I get Thanksgiving catering, and have to deal with all that, and I always say to Gwen, "What kind of pie?" Knowing she'll go, "I don't care. It's going to be you and my mom eating."
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin it's okay. It's fine. I don't think of that. I think of that more like on the cheesecake end. When I think of pie, I think like a crust
You want
and
a fruit pie.
and yeah, right.
Yes. So you don't like a French silk pie or like
That's like pudding on crust.
yes.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's okay.
really good.
No, listen,
Yeah.
I like
Amazing.
chocolate.
Peanut butter pie or
No,
like
no,
coconut
no.
cream pie.
Oh,
Sure.
man.
Coconut cream pie is good. Banana pie.
Key lime pie
Big
is
fan.
real good.
Again, to me, those are all pudding on crust, which
That's
you
what
could.
a pie is. A non-fruit pie is pudding on crust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. But
Getting
listen,
into pie semantics.
the pie makers, by the way, I was reading a thing this morning. Pie makers they're getting seriously crimped because of climate change. Climate change, not just supply lines this time around, but climate change and extreme weather are really cutting into America's pie supply.
Slicing through.
It's slicing through the right. Because even when the supply chain problems resolve themselves, there's still climate change. You know, if your business is based on having fruit or having wheat or honey or all the things that go
On your
into
active farm.
on your
Working
working farm,
That's active.
that is active.
Actively
yeah.
working.
Mike's Pies is a place in Tampa, and this guy is like, climate change is killing us because we're having a hard time. You know, these are companies where like they've been mass producing their grandmother's recipe for 50 years or something, and they're having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do because between droughts and wildfires and power outages, you know, some of these places, they if the power goes out, it's a big deal because they need lights to grow things or they need heaters or whatever. So it's a big, big deal. It can really cut into these. So maybe, even if you're somebody who, A, hadn't even thought of National Pie Day, B, couldn't care less, C, doesn't even like pie,
I don't
maybe
recognize.
have a piece today.
I don't recognize National Pie Day because Pie Day should be March 14th. That's Pie Day.
It's a different kind of pie.
It should be. It should bring the worlds together. The math world and
the
the
pie
culinary
world.
world should come together on one glorious day, and that should be it. So I do not.
Why does the
celebrate-
culinary world
I
have
do
to-
not acknowledge this December Pie Day.
Why does the culinary world have to acquiesce to the math world? Why not the other way around? I mean, 314, I get it, on the nose, right? Today, Pie Day. Are people eating numbers? Nope.
Well, that's
Are they
where you're
enjoy-
wrong.
Oh, they eat numbers.
You eat 3.14 slices of pie. There you go,
to
Bill.
infinity.
Yeah, eat 3.14 slices of pie today, and then you get your math and your culinary right in.
I will
together.
not.
But there's no
Or be
fun.
difficult.
There's
Just go
no.
ahead.
There's no
I will.
fun way to celebrate March 14th.
What do you mean? There's a great way.
How?
You eat pie and be like, hey, it's
No.
Pie Day.
No. There's already a day for that.
Yeah, March 14th.
Nope. March
That's what I
4th.
do.
PI Day. I thought it was. I did watch a Magnum marathon. I misunderstood what the whole thing was on March 14th. I thought it was private investigators. So I'll watch
Magnum
Columbo.
Pie.
I'll watch Magnum Pie. I'll watch a whole bunch of other shows.
Yeah.
Matlock. I'll do a marathon of
Matlock's not a private
He's a lawyer.
investigator. He's a lawyer.
But every lawyer has a private investigator that he works
What's
with.
the old people like?
Matlock.
Was it Matlock?
Yes.
Matlock. The Matlock Expressway episode of The Simpsons.
Who do you think's doing the investigations for the lawyer? Perry Mason started out as an investigator, becomes a lawyer after his mentor is killed.
All right, well, I haven't gotten to all these other shows. I'm just on Columbo.
Well, you'll find out.
I've never watched Matlock or Perry Mason or any of that stuff.
You never watched Murder, She
Oh,
Wrote?
that's what
I
I was
never
thinking
did.
of.
Angela
Was
Lansbury?
Murder, She Wrote.
Or Diagnosis, Murder with Dick Van Dyke?
Nope, never watched either of those.
Penis Van Lesbian. Did you ever see Mary Tyler Moore on the talk show many, many years ago? No. Anywho,
think
that's neither here nor there.
I think we better just get used to like grasshopper pie.
Oh,
Grasshoppers aren't bad. I'm telling you. We got to get when we get to the point where we're eating like mealworm
I'm not
dust.
eating that. You're out of your mind.
Well, then you'll
Worm
die.
dust?
Then I'll die.
Then you'll die.
Then I'll die.
Yeah, I'll die too.
Why would you die rather than eat
I
mealworm
can't
dust?
eat.
Powdered insects.
Right, but
You
they,
put worse stuff
Yeah,
than
flavor it.
your body
no,
now.
No. When people were talking about eating cicadas and they were like, hey, people who have shellfish allergies shouldn't eat bugs. I can't eat that.
Then you're going to have to figure out a workaround. You're going to have to become.
Maybe I'll start my own working
You're
farm.
going to have. You
and
should
I'll
do
grow
that.
blueberries and raspberries.
You can become just an herbivore and.
Do you have
Snozzberries.
gluten-free grasshoppers, please?
There's no gluten
Yeah,
in
there's no gluten in
grasshoppers. Okay, that's not.
I know. I'm just saying. I feel like people will come up with a way to be like, can I get diet
No,
cricket?
listen. By the time the world is consuming mealworm powder,
No thanks.
we aren't going to be. There aren't going to be any dietary issues anymore. People are going to be like, I don't want to die, so yeah, I'll eat that.
What do they do with
And
the
it's going to
exoskeleton?
be more of like it's all going to get included in it. If
Ground
you've ever
up.
seen Snowpiercer, it's more of like a jelly bar.
No,
Ew.
I can't do it. I can't do it. If there's like a
I
fly
bet you'd
or
be amazed at what you could do
I mean, if
your
it's life or
lit-
death.
That's what I'm saying.
But I would die either way. I would have to find something. I'd have to, like Cody says, make a salad out of tree bark or whatever he thinks you do. With
Out of leaves.
out of leaves, yeah.
A salad out of leaves.
Just make a salad or something. Anytime I make a salad, I think of Poundcake talking about trying to survive in the
On a
wilderness.
desert island or
Yeah,
something?
and just like
Wilderness Poundcake.
yeah, just wilderness Poundcake, gathering leaves and then just trying to chew through them. Like this isn't working. Where's
it
my
might-
ranch dressing?
Yeah.
But
Bacon bits.
No, I would love to be a fly on the wall for the transition, for the post-apocalyptic, whatever we're headed for, right? This proto-fascist United States that we're staring down the barrel of. Whatever the whatever the aftermath of that is, I would love to be a fly on the wall for the transition Poundcake will make from the Poundcake we know now to like Mad Max
Fury Road.
Fury Road Poundcake. Right. Because I fully believe that he could make that transition. I know we go, ha, ha, ha. He won't want to do it because it requires work and effort.
Something snapping inside of him, and he just becomes like this all
It's literally life or death. I
Yeah.
mean, you underestimate how strong the will to survive is. The
Although-
survival instinct.
He's already got the leather vest.
He would come out on top for that because
He's a top.
money's not real in those types of situations. So all the people that he owes money to, his debts are repaid.
Mm-hmm.
He's just getting.
You guys made me so insecure. I ended up paying everything in the break.
Good.
You guys made me, I was like, this
That's
is
what you
stupid.
should do.
I said to Mary, we were kind of joking about it when we went to that break, and I said, Poundcake's friend is paying interest on what the money he owes her.
it's going to cost her more money
Yes.
because she's paying 24% interest or whatever her interest rate is because you
Jesus,
haven't
it
paid
better
it yet.
not be 24% on a credit
Listen,
card.
some of us don't have great credit.
Well, I've been there, but I'm just saying it better not be.
I don't think mine's that high now. 14 maybe. I don't know what it is.
It's
but-
literally been
Just pay it off every month.
Yeah,
do.
you give her
I
the
do.
money.
I know. It's
been a week and a half
I'm
since-
saying the royal, everyone. Pay off
Been a
your
week and a
credit.
half since what?
I was saying, hasn't even been a week and a half? A week and a half since my
It's
vacation.
been-
And I paid everything off. So I just was like, you know what? They make you feel insecure about it. My friend said it was cool. Like, she know me. I'm like,
Dude, someone just crashed into your car.
whatever. Screw it.
Do that. I was like, what?
I'm walking and quitting.
Walking and quitting. Yes. I'm going to give up.
Walking and quitting.
Why would you quit?
He doesn't have a car, so he can't get here.
Oh, I see.
So just quit your job. That's the
Quit your job. Yeah.
logical
I'm going to cut off a revenue stream.
Oh, I don't have a car. I should quit my job. Don't you feel better though, not having that money owed to somebody?
Yeah, it's great.
You're annoying.
Mary does get so annoyed when you.
I don't know why she gets annoyed with
Because
why.
you're a child.
I'm not a
That's a very
child.
childish thing to do,
That's
is
not.
to borrow money from a friend because you don't feel like it. That was your reasoning, was, hey, friend, please do this for me because I don't really want to. That was your reasoning.
Well, he said his friend offered.
She
No.
she
He
chucked
said,
it
I
at
don't
me.
want to use my debit card if I don't have to.
But originally, as I told you before, this was all arranged. Whatever, play it, little baby. I don't care. This is all arranged beforehand. My friend was already gonna pay for the room, and he was just like, just pay me back. He was like, I want the credit on my credit card. He was like, I want, you get points or whatever. I don't have a credit card, so I don't know. But he was like, I want it on my credit card, and I was like, okay, fine. And so when we're there, I flew down with my friend whose credit card I ended up using, and they're like, I don't know when so-and-so's going to get here. It might be a couple hours from now.
Listen, there's
Just here.
there's nothing wrong with any of that. If they want to put it on their card, get their points.
So I was just going to do a
whatever.
little payment plan.
Understood. I'm just saying that if you have the money,
Stop shaking your head at me.
Because why do a payment plan?
Because that's what I originally planned to do.
So this is a moot point. He paid it off.
He
I
did.
paid it
That's
off.
great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Because y'all made me insecure.
You're still upset about it, though.
No, I mean, I'm annoyed with his mindset. That's an okay thing to do.
But you're not going to change
That's
his
frustrating.
mindset. You're not going to change his
Technically,
mindset.
she did because I changed. I
I
paid
mean,
it.
yeah, bullied him enough.
Bullied me.
No. That didn't change his mindset. You made him insecure about it. That's not to change his mindset.
Yeah,
he
he was
would
always
he would do it
insecure.
again. He would do the same thing tomorrow and not tell you about it.
I just know
You're
not to
100%
confide in
right.
y'all now.
That's right.
Whatever.
It's not like he's not going to do that again. If a friend goes, "Oh, I'll get it."
But
All
it's,
right.
It's not like I'm not good for it. Like there's a certain type of person that will borrow money and then not pay it back or
No,
like
but
whatever.
but usually people
I
use
always pay money back.
And no one's saying that you wouldn't. But usually people use the phrase "I'm good for it" to get somebody to give them money when they can't pay them right away. It's like, "I'll gladly pay you tomorrow for a hamburger today." Nice contemporary reference. Nevertheless,
I just don't understand
so
willingly.
you pay. So you said, "Here's $700. Now we're even."
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
willingly being indebted to somebody when you don't have to be. It's not like you were scraping to find the money. That's what is annoying to me. Where I'm like, why?
It's the same
Just 'cause
reason
you
why I
feel
fill up
like
my
it?
car half tank.
It's
I don't
so
know
annoying.
why.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, you're eventually going to need another half tank of gas. So, but maybe gas prices
The way
do
he
fluctuate.
does it, it's the way he does it.
He does it the way he does it.
Do you do that with like rent and
money's
stuff
a
too?
very personal thing to people.
What do you mean? Do I do it?
Like, do you just tell your roommate, like, pay all the rent and I'll give you my half 1 week at a time?
No.
Poundcake, have you ever been like really, really poor? I know your mom provided for you and your brother really well, given the circumstances and all that. But as an adult, have you ever been real? Like Mary and I have been really poor.
Yes.
Have you ever
I've
been
been there.
really
Yeah.
poor?
Yes. One time in my life in college, I was really, really poor, where I made a Taco Bell meal last me entire week. Yes. And then when I lived...
Wait, for that week you were.
No, for the week I was broke. Or I'm sorry. I made a Taco Bell meal last me a week because I was so broke during that time.
That's what I
period.
mean. So you were broke for a week.
No, that entire period, but that's what I had to do to
Okay.
There was a
survive.
period of time when he was so broke that he was.
So
then-
why not live like that now?
And then the other time was when I was throwing hands on Prospect Avenue. I only had 1 day a week plus this job.
He
I was
couldn't even
bartending.
afford hands.
I had to throw them. It's wild.
Yeah, hey, how much you give me for these hands? Because I don't need them. Throw them right at you.
Yeah, and I was really poor. I was really poor then, and
Why don't you live like that now?
because I make a little bit more money.
Right, but what I'm saying is the way people keep more of their money is they don't change their living expenses.
But
you make
things
more
come
money.
up.
No, I fully understand that. I'm just saying that if you keep your living expenses as low as they could humanly be,
But mine
you
are.
you have more money for things that come up.
But I'm not living high off the hog.
I know. I'm not saying you are.
And it's not that I do things in abundance. The thing I splurge on is, yes, like Uber Eats or whatever, but I don't buy groceries and I don't cook. But when I have to do things, like if I get work done on my teeth or if I'm getting new glasses or I'm getting contacts, I don't do that often. But when I do it, it's going to cost me upwards of $500.
You're not on your mom's like dental insurance or something?
He's too old. They
old
kick
as
you off
hell.
at 26.
So that stuff, and I don't get it that often. So they're like, okay, you might have a cavity. And I'm like, all right, well, how much is this going to cost me out of pocket? My car breaks down. I have literally like liability insurance. That's all I have. That's all I can afford. I mean, I'm sure I probably could afford I could pay for insurance to get a brand new car. But my car, I bought it from a private dealer. So what would be the point of doing that? I'll just buy a new car if something happens.
I understand.
So that's my mindset. I'm frugal.
Well, Mary don't
for
like it.
purpose.
No, it's fine. Do whatever you want to do. It doesn't make it any less annoying. I
sorry.
can't imagine willingly being indebted to people like that. It blows my mind to have that. Well, I guess for you, it doesn't really hang over your head. Like it would be
because
something that I would think about every day. Like, damn, I owe this person $700. Like, I gotta square that up because I don't want them to.
But but I tell them ahead of
be
time.
out.
First of all, none of my friends are out. I'm the poorest one out of all my friends, and they know that. I issue a disclaimer. I'm like, look, you will get your money, but I will do it in a payment plan because they know my circumstances. When she asked me to go on this trip, I told her my circumstances. When she said, hey, I can get the plane ticket now.
What was
you could pay
well,
me.
it's not my business.
Poundcake,
go
the
ahead.
point is you are a child and Mary cannot wait for her Christmas gift. Now,
I am a child in senses like that where I want things that I want right now.
And that's what Poundcake wants.
That's very childish.
Same thing.
It is childish.
Yes.
I know
So
that.
why do you get
And
so
that's
mad
what
at him for
Poundcake
being
wants.
childish?
Because it's different types of childish.
No,
That's
there's
still
only one kind of
childish.
childish.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
There's lots of different kinds of childish.
And the implication here is that
That's a
yours is a
childish.
better kind of childish.
it's not that it's better, it's different.
Okay.
Listen,
But I think you do think yours is better.
not better, different. I never said I wasn't childish. I'm saying he's also being childish. I'll 100% own up to the fact that I can be a spoiled brat when I want something and I say, I want it now. And 99% of the time, I buy it for myself.
Well, then why not fist bump him rather than get annoyed with him?
Because I don't go into debt or have other people pay for it.
But
He's not in debt.
in debt is not
in debt to a friend.
I would say in debt is not the same thing when you're making payments. In debt is like you don't have the money. I don't know how I'm going to come up with it. This is like
What do you think a credit card is? You charge something and then you make payments on it.
Yeah, but it's different.
It
When it's a
also
friend.
wasn't like $30,000.
I know.
But they always say don't buy
$1,100
anything
and,
you couldn't,
But
spend
I guess
cash on.
what I can't wrap my mind around is the fact that you could afford it. Your circumstances were I have the money for this, and then you chose to put your friend in a position for you to pay a payment plan. That's what I can't wrap my mind around.
Well,
But that was because, in a way, kind of an adult decision. He's like, just in case something does happen, I don't want to be asked
have to
out. And then
cover it
have
right
to
now.
Then if
ask
something
money
does
more.
happen, then you don't go on vacation. That's an adult decision.
But
If
you gotta live your life. I mean, something can always happen.
That's my point.
I
You
almost
sit
got
on-
COVID.
Yeah, but then you gotta
Like
sit. What, you gotta sit in
before.
your house with your thumb up your ass the rest of your life because something might happen. I mean, you gotta do
That's
something.
Bill's point, is that, something might happen. I can't spend this money.
Listen,
well, then don't go on vacation.
There's one thing we can all
you
agree
can't
on.
All of
spend
it all at
You can't spend
once.
it all at once, but if you have a payment plan in place, then you go, okay, I can afford to pay her back $200 every 2 weeks.
So
or
There's,
whatever. it
I
is.
gotta go to a break. There's one thing we can all agree on.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
That is Poundcake's mantra right there. I got a break. I'm going to have those Smith and Myers tickets for you. Brent Smith and Zach Myers, frontman and guitarist respectively for Shinedown, are coming through with their acoustic side project. They're going to play December the 12th at the House of